Netflix producer says some Witcher book changes are necessary but painful for us. Is that right? Said Witcher story can't be pulled directly from Sapkowski's books because it wouldn't make for good TV, and having to make changes is difficult for the writers too. When a series is made for a huge mass of viewers with different experiences from different parts of the world, and a large part of them are Americans, these simplifications not only make sense, they are necessary. It's painful for us too, but the higher level of nuance and complexity that we will have but the higher level of nuance and complexity will have a smaller range. It won't reach people. Sometimes. So wait a second. Is this son of a bitch? Listen to what he said here. These simplifications make sense and they're necessary because a large part of the audience is Americans. Well, what the fuck? What? He's saying Americans are stupid? Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. I agree with him. He's right. But it's fucking annoying. Yeah, no, of course he's right. It's painful for us. Changes don't just come as a result of these simplifications. Sometimes changes are a result of production chaos. Okay, understandable reasons why controversial decisions are made, but the viewer does not have this context, so sometimes it hurts because something was better in the book. Yeah. I mean, I really don't know what anybody else expected. He's right overall. Well, I think the problem with this is that I don't remember how I criticized the One Piece trailer and I said that it looked like there wasn't really a cinematic vision for it, and I didn't think it was going to be very good. And this is coming from a non-fan, so I'm just, this is my first impression, what the fuck do I know? It's just what I thought. But I think that you do need to make big changes. You definitely do. But the thing is that whenever you make big changes, there is a core message and a core vision of a story. For example, in Lord of the Rings, one of the core visions and core messages of Lord of the Rings is that good triumphs over evil, and evil is evil no matter what. And that message is more important than which character is doing what at which time. Right? And it's just a fool's hope, right? So you have kind of these ideals that the story is supposed to uphold. And if the story still upholds those ideals, then a few changes don't really need to be a big deal. They don't really matter that much. Yeah, Frodo good, Sauron bad. Exactly. There are huge changes in the live-action One Piece from the newest trailer. Well, we'll see. So at first it was Henry's fault. The show was shit and shut down. Then it's the toxic fans' fault. And now it's the fault of average Americans. Well, people will always blame everybody except for themselves. But the truth is that if you're making it, making a show for, I don't understand, the idea of this. So, why would you use The Witcher if you have to change it in a dramatic way to make it appeal to a mass of viewers? Have you ever considered that maybe the problem is that, the reason why The Witcher is The Witcher and you're spending millions of dollars to buy the rights to use it is because it's not like everything else? It's crazy. I mentioned an actor getting sick, so they had to change some writing. Henry was injured on set. Oh yeah, maybe that happened, for sure. But Henry being injured on set probably isn't why he left the show. You know? I mean, fuck, maybe it was. But I would just don't think so. It doesn't seem that way. It's an assumption, yeah. The ruined Wheel of Time show by doing a bunch of ass backwards, non-book shit. Yeah. You said no changes and left? Yeah. Hashtag no changes, exactly. The only thing to know is peddling their agenda. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't hire people who it's more important to them to, they have, a worldview, and it's more important that their worldview is represented in the show than the show is good. If you have anybody that's on the team that's going to do that, then you're going to have a bad product. It's really not that complicated. I don't even... Because, again, the goal is not to make the customer happy. Whenever any company's goal is not to make the customer happy, things fall apart. Didn't they admit purposely change stuff to suit their agenda in an interview the other day? Yeah, I think so. They've said that before. Worldview, more like woke American view? Well, I do think that's true to an extent, is that I'm sure that a lot of other countries probably don't like the way that America approaches social issues on some things, and they don't like the amount of times that America talks about it. But, I mean, again, it is an American show. I mean, I'm pretty sure Witcher is an American show. I mean, fuck, I believe. So at least there is a large American audience for it. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's the same as, like, you know, you don't go watch a Korean show and be like, why are there all these fucking Koreans in the show? You know, because it's like it's from Korea. But at the end of the day, you know, people are going to like what they like and not like what they don't like, right? And, like, you can't guilt trip people into watching a show and tell them, like, oh, well, you're a bad person because you don't have these same values. Why do writers always assume the source material will be bad on TV? Well, it has nothing to do with it being bad on TV. It has to do with it not adhering to their worldview. So, like, it has nothing, like, it's not about whether, like, for example, the ending in Fight Club. Like, I believe the ending in Fight Club in the book is that the narrator wakes up and he's in, like, a hospital and he thinks the nurses are angels. Like, that, I think that's the book ending, right? I don't remember. Is that book 2? No, I don't know. I had somebody tell me that, but I could be wrong. Either way, small things are changed. That's the ending, yes. And the author says he likes the movie ending better. Yeah, Chuck Palahniuk or whatever. Yeah, I saw him say that. But the point is that, like, it's okay, again. Like, I will reemphasize this again and again and again. It is okay, acceptable, and oftentimes necessary to change things in order to adapt them to different forms of media. The problem is not that you are trying to change or adapt things. It is in the way that you are doing it. That's the problem. Nothing is, almost nothing at least, is a one-to-one. It's fine for changes that are good. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not about if there are changes, it's if the changes are good. Imagine a Godfather turning into an anime. Yeah, it just wouldn't really work out. The problem is when they change it and it's dog shit. Exactly. And also, like, a lot of the changes that happen, changed the Fight Club ending in China so that they were stopped and they blew up the banks. Yeah, I didn't know if that was actually true or not. I remember reading that. I think I actually even made a video about it. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think that you can change parts of the story, but whenever you change the essence of what the story is, I think that's what the issue is. It'll be The Creatures in the Mist by Stephen King. He said the movie ending was way better and wishes that's how he originally wrote the book. Is that the one when they were all, like, trapped inside that building? It was like I think it was a grocery store or something like that. I might be thinking of something else. Yeah, I watched that. They're trying to justify themselves because of their lack of vision of how the source material needs to be portrayed. Dune's a great example of this. The recent one is great because the director understood perfectly the essence of the book. Yeah. Again, it's respecting the source material. And again, respecting the source material is not one-for-oneing page to screenplay. That's not respecting it. Like, respecting it is being able to see what they're trying to say and what the message is, and then adapting it whenever you need to, and then one-for-oneing whatever you can. That's what I think. I don't understand how these people have such a big problem with this, personally. It seems like literally the easiest job in the world. They literally tell you, they're like, hey, this is a good show. People like this story. Write this story again. And they're like, no, we can't do that. We're going to write our own story. It's impressive that somebody can fuck that up. Yeah, it's ego. Yeah, I think so too. It's ego. It's on purpose. It's like for a message, etc. And again, keep in mind, if people stop watching shows that have this shit, it's going to go away. It will. Because you can guarantee that the people that are actually running the monetization for, like, these different shows don't care about any of these problems. They just want to make money. So if they can't make money, they're done.